All right, welcome. This is a podcast. I'm Hamilton,
I'm Sam.
and we're gonna call this coffee reviews for right now. We'll make up the name later on. I guess 1 to 2 times a week we'll get on here and we'll talk about life.
School.
Events at Virginia Tech, and
That's an important point we forgot to write in our little note sheet, is that we go to Virginia Tech.
yeah, that would
Who
be
knows? This is going on SoundCloud, at least for now. And we could have listeners from Kenya who don't know where we're from, or from Mongolia. And it's important to say that we're from here. And we're open to all the different types of audiences, and we hope we can all learn something from
Yeah,
everybody.
I think that's a good point.
But I think that also, we'll touch on this later, it'll bring up a discussion on coffee and coffee across different cultures.
That would be cool.
Because this is a coffee-centric podcast. And I think Hamilton and I both run on coffee.
Yeah, I don't call myself an expert. I'm more in the run with drip coffee, but
It's our fuel.
It is our fuel.
It's our fuel.
It's a very important part of my life.
Yeah, as college students, it's kind of ingrained and embedded in society. You just learn to drink coffee.
There's like two types. There's there's just more than that. You got the people who are on coffee, and then you got energy drinks, and then you got like the caffeine tablets.
Okay, yeah, we're not that far down though.
No. I've held all this far. Okay.
Caffeine tablets.
Yeah, right. Oh my gosh. We're getting slightly off our very in-depth, very
welcome.
detailed script.
Yeah.
That we have here. So in this podcast, 1 to 2 times a week, and it's all themed around coffee. And so each week or each time we meet to do a podcast, we'll get a new drink, and that will be the title of the podcast. And at the end, we'll give our reviews on the drink. And we are the toughest, most knowledgeable critics in the world. So you can trust our reviews.
Yeah, and some background. We've been doing this for a while. We have a website, and did we start it last year?
It's been out for, I think, about a year and 2 weeks now, roughly.
A year and 2 weeks. So we just had a 1-year anniversary, and we celebrated it by drinking coffee and doing a review.
Yeah.
So actually, we celebrated it by starting a podcast, at least idea-wise. So
yeah,
we have some experience. We're not just complete noobs. And at least I've been drinking coffee, since my junior year of high school. And this is my 5th year of college. So that's going to be 5 plus 2.
junior year, yeah, that would be 7.
Yeah, so math is not my strong suit, but I'm an engineer. So.
Okay.
So, but what about you? How long have you been drinking coffee?
Oh man. I mean, I really started drinking a lot of coffee probably around the same time as junior year, but I mean, I probably have, 3 cups a week going back as far as maybe freshman year?
With 3 cups a week or 3 cups a day?
No, a week. So I've been drinking coffee, but not as much as this. I started getting a cup every morning in junior year, but I'd have it
Gotcha.
off and on. I want to say, you said 7 years for something, probably 9. But again, it's all drip coffee, so it's not.
Oh, wow, for freshman year in high school, that's crazy.
It's not coffee.
You were corrupted at a young age.
I really want to try an espresso. Okay.
Yeah, that's true. Espresso's different. Actually, that's a good point. So I started with Keurig, basically half Keurig K-cups, and then half some flavored cream.
Okay. Yeah.
I was one of those people where it's half cream, half coffee.
Hazelnut flavored.
Yeah, that was. I mean, that's the most popular one. I think I was more into vanilla, and then the pumpkin. It's not syrups, it's creams. But I started kind of developing a taste for actual coffee, and eventually I got sick of K-cups because I think that they taste artificial a lot of the times. So eventually I kind of moved on. We got a drip machine, and I actually got my family onto drip coffee. And now we have fun at my home in, personal introductions. I'm from Northern Virginia. So just like, what do you think? Probably, what percentage of people do you think are from Nova here? Probably.
Listening?
Well, they're saying probably.
In Virginia Tech.
Yeah, I mean, Virginia Tech.
I feel like
30%?
Yeah, I feel like it's
a big number.
It's like 2 out of 5, I feel like, people I talk to. So roughly 30. What is that? No,
that's like 40, right?
Yeah, I mean,
but I don't know. I feel like it could be anywhere from
maybe it's,
I mean, it's probably 30. Let's not like overshoot. There's a lot of us, but like at the same time, I don't know. Anyway, so but yeah, that was an important note. I guess you want to say a little bit about where you're from.
Yeah, so my family was military, and so we moved every 2 years or so growing up. Ended up going to my favorite fun fact. Everybody says like the one of fun facts is the one I always give. So by the time I graduated high school, so into 12th grade, I had gone to 11 different schools. So yeah.
Oh yeah. Wow.
There's some interesting number trickery. Like every time that we stayed in a spot, like it was a transition between like middle to high school or something. But yeah. It did. If you count all the schools I've been to, including I think it's like starting our first grade, I think it was 11 schools between transfers and stuff. I was homeschooled for 2 months to somewhere in there. We had moved, and I guess the school system didn't want to take us in, and it was only like the last month or two of the semester. My mom was like, "All right, I'll just teach you."
I was gonna say that's pretty tough. They don't want to take you in.
Yeah, they were like, "I don't want to be with this kid for the last."
But 2 months is like.
Yeah. It was the best 2 months because school ends. It's only 5 hours a day at that point because you can move as fast as you want.
That's true. That's true.
You don't have to wait for everybody in the class to catch up. So
yeah, you don't have anything crazy exciting happening with like fights and just tons of stuff from my high school, and I'm glad.
You didn't, or you did?
No, I did.
Oh, you did have fights.
It was very entertaining, but at the same time, pretty. Kind of freaky.
Oh my gosh.
I went to a very I guess nice elementary school. I don't know how to say it. There was really not a lot of problems. Like it was kind of in a wealthier area, and there were people who were actually lying about their addresses to go to this school.
Really?
It was a really nice elementary school.
Oh my gosh.
And then I went to middle school, and that's when, because I just went to public school, and then middle school is where everything kind of, I kind of woke up and was like, oh, wow. And even in hindsight, I'm like, wow, kids were doing that kind of stuff in 7th grade? Without going into details, it's just not stuff that you think that 7th graders should be up to. But there were fights and stuff, and I don't know, drama, and it became very interesting. So I could imagine the convenience of being homeschooled, but at the same time, there's just some experience about going to a school like that and just kind of, and you did. You went to schools. But also there was a lot of baggage, right? When you would think about any people, I didn't change my schools at all. So there's always this history with this person. Mm-hmm. So you knew all that about almost everybody. So if there ever was any drama, it's oh, well, that's probably because this happened and then changed the way they think about this.
Oh, yeah. Me moving that much? Nobody, I'd just get a chance to be whoever I wanted to be every time I moved. If I wanted to be the nerd one move, I could be the nerd, or you could change whatever you wanted. Nobody knew you, yeah.
That's interesting.
So I never had that. And my last school was very tight-knit. It was my graduating class was 48. And so it was really interesting because they had all known each other very, very well since kindergarten. Mm-hmm. And I came in there the last year and just to get, I don't know. They did actually let me in a lot more than I thought I'd be let into some of their groups, but it was just interesting to see them interact after they'd known each other for so long. I'd not seen that at any other school.
That's So did you feel like you kind of got in a little bit with them, or?
Yeah. Not to the level that they had bonded.
Yeah.
No, I mean they invited me to events and whatever they were doing, I got to go along with them, but it wasn't to the point where like, after they graduated from high school and then went to college, I didn't stay in touch with as many of them as they did between each other.
Yeah, I mean,
nobody really did, but like, yeah.
I mean, there's just so much history there, but I mean, I still think it's mature of them that they like invited you.
Oh yeah, they were great. I mean, there's nothing wrong with them.
Because you're a good person. So, by the way, personal intro details.
I don't know.
Hamilton's a good person, but he's also a busy person. So sometimes those things kind of clash, and he becomes a bad person.
Yeah,
he's busy.
Yeah,
no,
most of the time. Most of the time. Yeah.
I'm just a bad person.
I don't. No. What?
Did I tell you about the
Oh no.
The person I beat up yesterday?
This is the first podcast. You just hear them all the way.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna get monetized anyway.
Oh no. Yeah. So you beat up somebody?
No, emotionally.
Oh, okay.
No, in my head.
In your head. After the argument, you.
Yeah, in
the
the shower later, I was like, I should have sworn. I didn't have any problems. I really, I guess some details about me is I'm kind of, I avoid conflict. I think of myself as like a people pleaser of sorts. So, I mean, there are pros and cons to that. And I think that some of the pros are that I have a good reputation with a lot of people. But some of the cons is it is harder to have maybe more in-depth relationships with people just because I don't want to get involved with drama. And especially if there's drama between two people that I'm friends with, yikes, that's really tough for somebody like me. I really don't take sides. So that kind of stuff can be stressful. And I don't know. There are pros and cons to it, but it does at least... I have like a good number of, I guess, friends. And again, that's kind of the trade-off is like maybe number over depth, breadth over depth, which is, you want to go. I'm also majoring in computer science, and breadth and depth are two major trade-off points in a lot of those areas. But I think those are, they have more philosophical value as well. Trade-offs between breadth and depth are beyond computer science or in philosophy and life. So yeah, that's a little bit about my personality. And as we go on with this podcast, I'm sure we'll kind of explore a little more in depth and breadth.
We'll have stories and demonstrations, I guess, as we go.
Yeah, which is a lot more than probably, if you're somebody listening to this for a coffee review, just skip to the last 5 minutes,
I don't redo it. I don't even know if they'll be here for the coffee. We're not experts on it, so.
Well, I think we should, we need to, you and I have experience, and when we make these coffee reviews, we're not just pulling numbers from somewhere. We're basing it off of what we see, and think about the number of times we've actually gone there and gotten coffee together. We are basing this off of our experience. It's accurate, and we need to think about logistics though, because we've always been doing it with drip coffee, and it always is kind of like that's a little more involved of a process than ordering
we
coffee.
Just pick the drink before the podcast day, and then you just order it ahead of time and go pick it up. So.
Right, but in that regard, presentation.
We'll be changing we'll be tweaking our...
but for drip, it's, even we could do all the different drips, like...
There's four. There's four different types.
All. All four.
Maybe we'll do that. We'll do a week or something, and we'll go through all four of them or something. I guess it'd be 2 weeks if we're doing 2 a week.
Yeah.
I need some more. I don't know if I could run off a decaf, though. We're going to have to...